And with that, we are going to start our latest session. The group known as Blacktooth, Grin, Agaric, Stubbs, Quibbly, and Saber, you guys are on a boat. You guys know that you're on a boat because you can feel it moving a bit in the water. You guys sent a shipmate that I can't remember their name off the top of my head. I do apologize. Off to go kill the goblins that you said were, I believe they were stealing from them or calling him stupid. I apologize. I didn't watch my own recap, and I'm sorry about that. So you guys did hear, though, you got auditory verification with plops in the water and all of them dismantling or dismembering the goblins that you sent them after. So, four of you are still in your fish barrels, and Quibbly, you are just out in the open. You also notice off to your right hand side, sitting there, just leaning back against the wall, hands bound behind them with a what looks like a potato sack over their head, just sitting there, a solitary humanoid with what color is your skin? What color is your skin, Mukticus?
Teal.
Teal? Oh,
Yep.
I already have the mini for that. I mean, oh, that was the most pathetic comment I could ever make. So yeah, this
convenient though.
This tealed skin being with what looks almost like a pirate's jacket of sorts sitting there in front of you. What are you doing?
Okay. End of the intro. Are we live now?
Yes.
I mean, I know we're recording live, but I mean, okay. Well, okay. Micah, out of character here for a moment. I didn't specifically send them to go kill those goblins. It was their choice to do that. I just needed them out of my way. Okay. So I get out of the fish barrel. I tell those guys to go after them, and I take a moment to try and unfish myself here, and mutter some choice things about having woken up in worse places. I see him tied up over there, and I will get to that eventually. But I go over to the barrels and I start knocking on them. I'm like, okay, guys, I think they're aware of us being here. I think we need to get this boat sailing as soon as possible. Come on, let's get up. Let's go. We gotta get this boat off from shore.
Yar, these fishies are fucking terrible. Agaric says to you.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute, which one is that? All right. Okay. So yes, I tell my colleagues here that all right, boys, come on, we got to get this boat moving.
All right, I climb out of the barrel, look around.
Yeah, same. I'll burst out of the barrel.
Okay.
Pulling fish out of my beard.
You could save a couple in there for later.
Oh, that's true.
You might need a snack later.
Yeah.
Yar. So what be's the game plan?
Well, we need we sent those people off the boat, so I think if we could at least get the boat sailing, the sooner the better. We commandeer the boat and we get off this wherever it is that we are and get back to wherever it was that we were, and we leave this whole thing behind.
Makes sense to me.
I mean, unless you want to stay with Scott and all the pirates and everything. Oh, did you get the backstory, Micah? Did you get the backstory that Scott? We made a deal with a dude with a Loxodon elephant race being creature named Scott, and he was the one that kidnapped, drugged us, and brought us here. Not necessarily in that order.
His name was Scott.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was the part I grabbed the most from that. But yeah, that's so you made a deal with a guy named Scott and got screwed over.
Well,
Damn.
I got
kidnapped from it.
I got roped into it, but yes, that was pre-session 1 stuff. It was Scott.
All right. Interesting.
I mean, does anyone know, like, even where we are or why they took us? Do we care?
Well, I mean, I'm assuming the other guys notice our tied up friend over here, right?
Fairly obvious, yes.
Yeah.
I kind of gesture a thumb behind my shoulder, like, okay, how about this guy? What do you think they tied him up for?
Yar, treason.
You think so? Is that a normal pirate thing?
Your guess is good as mine. Are we setting the scurvy sea dog free?
He can maybe help us.
We could see how useful he could be to us.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
I mean, he's not with the pirates.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Well, he looks like he's with the pirates.
But if he's bound, he wouldn't be with the pirates.
I mean, that's not necessarily correct.
True.
All right. Well, he's still tied up, so I want to take the potato bag off of his face, and if he's got a gag or something so that he can talk.
He does not have a gag. Muctitious.
Okay.
Yes.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Depends on who I'm looking at.
You are looking at a sea elf that is dressed like a pirate, a dwarf wearing, or a dwarf with brown big beard with a giant morning star. It looks like a baseball bat with spikes going up it, and also has. Are you wearing the breastplate of Bahamut?
Yes.
Okay, wearing a breastplate of Bahamut. There is a tabaxi, handsome tabaxi that looks kind of like a leopardish cat.
With a big smile on my face.
Yes, and a lute, and then a human with a rapier and a shield and breastplate of Bahamut. It's platinum looking back, or I'm sorry, blue looking background with a platinum dragon silhouette on it.
Weapons drawn?
Me personally, not yet, but I undo the mask and how do I say it? It's kind of like a short introduction, like, hi, I'm Ghibli. I want to get out. Like, we're trying to get out of this place. Why did they tie you up? Do you want to help us or no?
Yeah, I don't think our weapons will be drawn yet.
Fair enough.
I mean, the dude's tied up, so it's not like we're away.
Yeah, I mean, I probably have my shield out, but my sword is not drawn.
I don't know how to draw, much less draw a weapon.
Well, gentlemen, if you're goal is to get this ship afloat, I'm assuming you're gonna need 2 extra hands, and mine are bound. So
Why'd they tie you up? I'm poking your wrist restraints here.
where did you send them?
Away. We kind of need to get moving, by the way. I'm not really sure when they plan on being back, but we need to commandeer this boat.
So is it quite
Very
as
important business.
as why I'm tied up?
I mean, if you're willing to help us, I suppose I can overlook a few things.
Fair enough. I'm more than willing to help.
I mean, from what little I know of our friend Agarek here, I put up with him all the time.
P.S. Fuck you. I
He loves me.
Luctitius, by the way, no one else notices this, but you feel your wrists come loose. You just feel them
All right.
come loose. Wait,
Well, if you're interested in helping us get the hell out of here, then I'm gonna start working away at the wrist things or whatever.
when you go back there, you notice that they were already cut.
Well, they're already untied, and I'm like, were you just pretending? Or is this what you do for fun?
Well, I'd rather not cause any undue aggression. So rather than pull myself out of the bindings, I just spoke my way out of it.
All right, fantastic. Let's get this boat moving.
And to be fair, I didn't realize that the rope was loose until you said so.
He like, yeah.
I think you'll get along fine with Agarek. You two have a lot in common.
Yeah.
I meant your sharp wit, Agarek.
Sure. Sure.
All right. So would I know with my history of boats where we are kind of on the ship and where we might want to be going? If we're trying to sneak around and find the captain.
Roll his. Let's see. What should we be rolling? Roll a history check at advantage, please.
Ooh, 19 plus 2 is a 21.
Jeez.
Okay. Okay. So, yes, you know that you're on the bottom deck right now. You know that the food is going to be stored at the bottom where its stank can be tucked away the best. You know the captain's quarters is going to be off of the top deck underneath where the wheel is. So that that's where the captain's quarters are. What was the other question that you had with that?
If I could, the quietest way to get there, where there'd be like the least amount of people or the least open areas.
Unfortunately, it's not as much the quietest route as it is the only route, because it's one of those things where it's like there's the stairway up to the next deck, and you go around, and then there's a stairway up to the next deck, and that's pretty much it. This isn't the fanciest of boats.
All right.
But you know that there will be. I mean, there will be places that you guys can hide along the way. If that makes sense. Like there'll be things to duck behind.
Okay. So what's the plan? We go get the captain. We want to go somewhere.
Yeah, I think we should. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I was just asking if you could repeat repeat that. I heard you like.
Oh, do we go find the captain and try to convince them that we need to go somewhere that's not, or find out where they're going?
Convince
Yeah.
is one way of wording it. I was thinking we could just take the boat.
Replace. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at least start making our way up there.
One way or another, we need to go up there.
Yeah.
All right, let's figure out how we can get this moving.
All right. And as you guys start, by the way, one small thing, Muctitious, I upgraded your character sheet to level 2, and I gave you 2 Eldritch Invocations. We can discuss those afterwards, but I just gave you 2, like, really quick, just to kind of get you going.
Okay.
Um, in between sessions, I'll let you fiddle around and change them, but I gave you 2 that will hopefully get you going for right now.
All right.
All right, so you guys start heading. I need a collective stealth check from the group, please. So that's a D20 roll plus your stealth modifier. If you're using the digital dice, then you can just click stealth.
Natural 20 for 24 total.
Okay. There's
Good.
one
10 for 14 total.
14 total. Let's see.
Yeah.
We got a 27 for Agaric.
That's great.
Show off.
Wait, how do I
Got an
calculate
11.
the? Sorry.
Don't be
How do
sorry.
I
You're
do
good,
the
man.
rolls? So
Are you
D20.
gonna do digital, or are you gonna do?
I have a real die.
Okay, yeah. Roll your D20, and then if you look down your character sheet down to stealth, it'll tell you plus whatever it is to that ability score. So add that to your D20 roll.
Okay. Damn. Okay, I got a 3. Now, where would the stealth part be? In the
Right in the center of your map, your character sheet is the skills. Scroll
Okay.
down to stealth.
+3. Okay, so 6.
Okay, and Saber.
Okay.
I got an 11.
11. Okay, so you're Muctitious. You're a little bit. You've been sitting bound for a while, so you're kind of a little flimsy. But the other guys just kind of grab you and like you do the thing where like they maybe put their hand over your mouth for a second and just pull you down, or like they go to they get to the second level and they go to like hide behind some beds, and like where you're stumbling a little bit, they just like do the whoop and pull you like just in the nick of time so you're not spotted by anything.
Okay.
So you guys have made it up to the second level. As you guys continue on, are you guys pit stopping here? Are you guys doing anything? Any attempted discussions or anything? Any game plans that you guys want to?
I don't know if I know enough about boats other than they can get me from point A to point B. So I guess I'm just sort of expecting you guys to like get us to where we need to go to I don't know, raise the sails or something and get us away from this pirate island.
Do we know our way to the captain's quarters?
Saber
Yeah.
does.
Um,
Saber, I
Yeah.
want to tack on another tidbit of information as you go towards this plan that you're formulating. And wish to execute. Just so we're all on the same page.
Sounds good.
This ship has a crew of about 40 people on it.
All right.
So just so you're aware of the numbers that you guys might face depending on what options you guys consider.
All right. I kind of stop and talk to Quibbly and kind of pass that information on, being like, "Hey, um, we're gonna have to be, we're gonna have to convince these guys to let us take over or go along because there's not enough of us to run the boat without them."
Yeah, I don't really want to do any sort of labor anyway, too. So that's definitely another reason to keep these people around.
Yeah. So we either need to convince them that the captain is a bad guy and we should overthrow him, or that we're just
So what you're saying is we need a new captain.
yes.
Hmm.
Either
I
that
think
or
we.
they need to think that we're special and
I
need to take
think
us somewhere.
we're special or they're special.
Us. Like we're paying them handsomely and they're escorting us to someplace.
Hmm. I think
Something
we
along
can work.
those
I think we can work with something like that. So we have it. So we have a new captain
lines. All right.
now. All right. So I guess the only question that I'm wondering is whether or not our captain is actually on the boat, because that's going to depend on. That's going to make things a little easier one way or the other.
Do we notice if we're like underway or if we're still like in the docks somewhere?
Roll perception check. You're still under the deck, but roll perception check. Agrek will help you.
Okay. Doesn't help too much. A 9.
9.
Okay.
You cannot tell.
All right.
You cannot tell if you're still in the docks or not.
So just say, if on the water, captain should be on the boat. If we're at the docks, he might not be here.
Hmm.
That's a good point.
If we're still in the docks, it might be our best bet to be like, all right, I'm your new captain now, and we don't have to fight anybody.
What are
Yeah,
you, a
just-
mind reader? You know you have to tell me those things, right?
Do we know
I-
if they were working freely or not?
I don't think we do.
Shall we ask?
Mm.
Weren't you one of them? I thought you were one of them. Oh,
Things are a little foggy right now. If I'm being honest, my life is in your debt because you saved me. When I woke up, it is the first time I've woken up in a long time. I'm still a little foggy.
all right. Well, we'll get you something to eat in a little bit.
Much appreciated.
I'll pull a fish out of my beard and give it to him.
I
See, I told you
will
that would be handy.
gladly accept, but sniff it reluctantly and gracefully decline. But thank you regardless.
More for me.
Yours to enjoy, my friend. Shall we go speak to the crew?
Well, whatever we need to do to get moving.
Yeah, we'll keep heading towards the captain's quarters.
All right. I don't think I've ever called for this role in any of my campaigns before. Actually, you know what? First, I should ask you guys the question. How are we going about going to the, because you're about to head up into where the crew is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like the crew by and large is up on the deck. So going to the captain's deck, are you guys trying not to be seen? Are you guys trying to not be noticed? Are you guys trying to just blend in
Confidently.
confidently?
That's what I'm voting for.
Yeah. So Agarak, we're pretending he's going to be the captain. Yeah.
You know, like I told you, what was it, Saber? Listen, you know you have to tell me if you're reading my mind, right? That's one of the rules of mind reading. Otherwise, it's non-consensual, and you might find things in there that you don't really want to be looking at.
Well, I just know that I can't be the captain.
Oh, well, then, oh, don't worry. I think we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Everyone,
All right.
everyone rolled a group performance check.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a unique one.
Which
Oof.
one is that?
Oh my god, that might have been my worst roll that I've...
Is that the top looking one?
8.
8.
Probably because I'm having to explain...
Nat 20!
Natural fucking 20.
Good.
8. I'm over here
So-
sitting here worrying that Saber's over here in my mind looking at filthy thoughts and everything, and so
Which
I'm like
dice do we
distracted.
roll? Sorry.
Oh,
The
that's a
D20,
D.
the D20.
It's still a D20, and then it'll be your performance modifier.
Performance. Okay.
So I got the natural 20 and then plus
Okay.
1.
I got
Nice.
a 10 plus 3. 13.
Nice.
Yeah.
Saber.
15. 15 plus 1 for 16.
Okay. So
Oh shit.
you guys hit the deck.
Working.
What was that?
Okay, I switched over my phone for a sec, and I just want to confirm you can still hear me, but that sounds like a yes. All right, sorry, go ahead.
Yes. So you guys hit the deck. You guys and you fuckers strut out. Stubbs, you reach over and like as you're going, like you own it. You just snatch someone's pirate hat right off their head and like really quickly plop it up on, and like with all the class, like a flick of the wrist, you throw it and it lands perfectly on Agaric's head as he leads up to, as the 5 of you guys strut up to the captain's quarters. Saber, I will say now, because you were looking to see if you could tell this before, you notice that the boat has started moving. You can still generally tell, like you can still see the island that you guys were on, by and large, because you're not that too terribly far away from it. But you are starting to move. You're moving out of port, and you guys are starting to make your way wherever this ship is going. And with that, you guys hit the captain's quarters. What are you guys doing?
So nobody shouted anything, nobody tried to stop us or anything.
No, you guys blended in quite well.
Let me switch right back over to the...
Okay.
Should we look for a map or a ledger? Maybe a compass?
I guess if nobody tried to stop us and we are successfully at the captain's quarters, then I think I turned to Agarak and I say very loudly and conspicuously, "Captain sir, what is you?" And I make a very big, dramatic, bard-like performance out of my and I say, "Captain sir, what is our new orders? Where do we set sail to?" In the most like thick like trying to do like piratey. Yes, sir. R.
Muktitious, I did hear you, and I will come back to you. All right, Quibbly.
Sorry, I didn't hear what Mook said. If
Oh,
I
he
was
was asking about finding maps or a compass, and I was
oh shit.
saying, once we get done with this scene, because you guys aren't in a position to like really look for those right now, but I promise I will come back to you. Quibbly. Roll performance check.
A 15.
Twice in a row.
Aye! You're not the captain!
I am positively shocked, and what insubordination is this? Is this? And I look shocked back and forth between our captain, Agarak, and this guy, and I look at and I exclaim loudly, "Is that any way, sir? Such disrespect shown to your captain. Remove him at once."
And no one moves, and they all look at you guys and they go, You realize there's a policy and procedure for an insurrection upon a ship, correct?
They must not be. They and I have they been made aware? Were they made aware? They must not have been. This is terribly. This is terribly. This is insufficient. This is unacceptable. Most unacceptable. Were you not aware of our new captain, Agarak?
As this is happening and you're letting out your flourishes, you feel something sharp poke into your back. Not like piercing the skin, but you feel a point pressing up against your back.
Hey, watch what you're doing, buddy. You're dealing with the captain's first mate here.
I certainly would not mate with you,
Well,
fucking pussies.
not under these conditions.
Who is the would-be new captain that wishes to stand against me?
Let's see. What title can I give? Dread Dark Pirate Lord Agarak Senaj, Scourge of the Eight Seas, has already reclaimed ownership of this vessel, good sir. And I do not appreciate the lack of respect shown for a man of his position.
So this little scurvy bitch wishes to challenge me for my ship.
Am I just gonna keep speaking for him? I mean, yes. As a matter of fact, it is offensive that. I don't know. I'm making a big scene out of being horribly offended on behalf of Agarak here, and the fact that this is even being questioned.
Hold. Out of character here. Remind me who Agarak is.
That is so Agarak is Scott's. He was one of our players that wouldn't be able to join us. So he made a rogue, and I was controlling him for the first two sessions, but he's probably not going to be able to be joining us. So that's
Right.
our rogue, who is
Okay.
now not really controlled by anyone, I guess.
Got it. Continue. Sorry.
So
All good.
I'm signing him up for it, I guess.
These scurvy sea dogs. So, shall we do the one-on-one challenge for Captain? Since Agric looks like he's ready to challenge him for Captain? Or do your mates wish to fight the battle for you?
Um, I think we could probably let him do it. And I'm all right with letting him do it. Tom, are you saying like somebody in his stead, or are you talking a group check?
A group check.
Against the captain. Or captainhood.
Against the captain and his central crew.
Okay.
I don't see the need for any more violence than strictly necessary.
Yeah, we will need more people for sailing.
Okay. All right. Well then.
Games begin.
Well. Let me build a quick encounter. Or do you wish to have anyone battle in his place?
Do we want to let the rogue do it, or do one of you guys want to do it? I think Saber or Stubbs definitely has very huge numbers backing them up, and I have a couple things that I want to try and give my boys a pep talk here before they get into it. If that's an option.
Okay.
Do either of you guys, Stubbs or Saber, do either of you guys want to do it? Because you're a little less squishy than the rogue.
Right.
I'd be fine with it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'd be good with it too.
can we nominate the captain's one of the captain's enforcer?
The captain's champion.
The captain's enforcer, the muscle of our outfit, the other muscle of our outfit.
All right. Which one shall be the pulled muscle?
So, Saber, you want to do it?
I can, or we can do rollies, or
I have zero interest in trying and combat. Tom, can I do some actions or spells on him while I'm trying to pump him up or nominate him?
You can always try if you wish.
I want to take an action to bring my lute out and play the song of heroism upon the captain's saber, and I want to cast heroism on him.
It's a bard! It's a bard! Performance enhancing spells!
I haven't done anything yet. I'm
Oh,
merely
we're just kidding. We don't give a fuck.
all right. Then I want. All right, I got a couple ideas for this whole thing. So, Tom, I'm going to tell you what I would like to try and do. I'd like to try and do heroism on him, and I'd like to bonus action to give him a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Okay. Jake, you remember what heroism was?
No, that was going to be my question.
Every turn, so you're immune to being frightened, and every turn you gain 4 temporary HP. They don't stack, so like if you get hit, you gain 4 back the next turn. But if you don't get hit, like you have the 4 temporary HP or whatever.
Okay.
Okay, so that, and I'm gonna give you bardic inspiration. So that one's ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Okay.
And when it gets started, Tom, while this is occurring, I want to. Can I try and distract the audience and have them place bets and get them all excited about this?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
Roll whoever is clearing their throat into the mic, please mute yourself before you clear your throat. I strongly dislike that noise. All right. We're gonna let's see. Roll persuasion check, Quibbly, for the bets. And Saber, roll initiative.
11.
18.
18. Okay. All right. So Saber, we're going to use Theater of the Mind because I'm just not going to load up the battle map for this because
Works for me.
I am kind of lazy. Quibbly, you get some people coming in. You're getting bets of like 2 copper to maybe 1 silver, possibly. I'll figure out the amount
Sure.
afterwards. But you are getting some even bets. Saber, you rolled first in the initiative. Attack away. Did Saber disappear?
Oh.
Saber.
come back.
He was done with my shenanigans and my bullshit.
Saber, where are you?
Chrissy, wake up.
They're here.
Honey, I'm home.
Saber.
Oh my goodness.
use the restroom or something.
He's pumping himself up for the battle.
Could be. Oh,
Well,
no.
shit.
No. Saber had a heart attack
Technology.
the minute he looked at the captain.
Yeah, probably.
He got the buff and then collapsed.
I don't know. I'm just I have an audience and I'm just like thoroughly enjoying myself with this audience of people.
Is there any way I can be eyeing the captain up, looking for a weakness, or no?
Yes. Oops. Let me just. Yes, you absolutely can. Let me just finish doing a thing really quick. Roll a perception check.
Okay, perception. And is it still a D20?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Damn it. 7. With the +2, so it's 5 + 2. 7.
Okay. Not that you can really see. Hey, Junk, can you roll a d20 and
Yeah.
just tell me odds versus evens?
Yep. Odds.
Odds?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Ready. Are we still waiting for Jake to come back?
I believe so.
I mean, he hasn't
All right, yeah.
responded yet anywhere, but
I sent him a text. Said, "Hey, you all right?" He said, "Yeah, just saying good night." So I think he'll be back.
Okay.
Shortly.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna get rid of that encounter. Get this. All right. While we're doing that, Quigley, roll a d100, please.
uh-huh. Oops, not D10, goodness. Help if I wasn't blind. D100. 80.
Okay. And do another one. Second d100, please.
D100 number 2. 98.
That doesn't make any sense that they would have that much, but fuck it. All right, this is about to be your big pot. Sweet. So you currently have 80 copper pieces and 98 silver pieces.
Wow.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the
Quite a
bet that
haul.
they're taking. Are they placing odds or, odds in favor of the captain versus my colleague here?
There are it's about 50-50 split. So
Okay.
so yeah,
So you just told me 98 silver, 80 copper.
yes.
And you want me to add that just to confirm, or all right?
No, you could just write it down somewhere. I wrote it down too.
So
But
I just put it in my inventory, and we'll worry about that at the end. And don't worry, I won't leave it in there.
sure you won't.
I won't screw with you IRL, but I'll do it in game.
Hey. Is he ready to
Yeah.
fight?
Sorry about that.
Hey.
No need to apologize.
Are you ready, Saber?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, I
your
am.
your turn's up first. This captain starts standing upright, and all of a sudden you realize that this thing is almost like It looks almost like the half ogre of sorts that
Oh boy.
he pulls out this long sword and points it at you. "'Tis time." But you are first in the initiative as you are moving much quicker than this beefy boy.
All right. I try to remember my time growing up and the rolling of the boat if it's moving around, and I try to take a slash at him as he's potentially off balance.
Okay?
That is a 17 to hit.
Woohoo! Yeah, that hits.
1d8 for 5 damage.
5 damage?
Yep.
Okay. Are you smiting at all or just taking what you got?
I'm not going to smite, but I will use my. Not yet, at least. I'll use my bonus action to try to like knock his legs with my knee, the shield, the edge of my shield.
Okay. Are you trying to do damage or are you trying to knock him prone?
I'm trying to knock him prone.
Okay.
It's a 13, and what am I adding? My athletics or my
I believe so, yes.
acrobatics? Okay, yeah, so it's a +4.
Okay.
So 17.
All right, and he got a 7, so yeah. So you just shove him with the shield, and he instantly goes down. And and now it's his turn. He gets right back up, like using his sword almost like a cane, and just takes 2 giant slashes at you. Let's see, we're gonna have a. Let's see, he has a +5, so it's gonna be a 14 and a 15 to hit you.
They both miss.
All right. So yeah. So he like takes these like giant whiffs with his blade, one of which you just deflect off with your shield and it skitters off.
All right. So I noticed that he went down a lot faster than I expected. So I'm going to try again with my shield to like slash at his other knee to try to knock him prone again.
Okay. Ooh.
Ooh.
9.
That's I got a 10.
God damn it. Yeah. See. So yeah, you get his other knee, and he goes right back down.
All right, and with that, I will take a slash at him as he's lying prone.
And you get advantage on this because he is prone.
And I rolled a natural 20.
No, you fucking didn't.
Oh my god.
No way.
Will
I
you be
rolled a 13 and a 20.
will you be smiting?
You have to.
Yes, yes, I will be smiting on this one.
You remember that my bardic inspiration as of level 2, you can if you do it as a spell that restores HP or deals damage, you can add the number to it.
Oh yeah, what is it? It's a D6.
It's a D6.
Okay. And what's my smite?
2d8.
D8. So it's another 2d8 for the smite. Okay. Okay. So it's an 8 for the regular attack.
Wait. So okay. So 8. So you got 8 on your d8.
Oh no, I got a 5, so it's 10, 13.
13 for the regular part of the attack.
Mm-hmm. I rolled a 4 on the bardic, so it's an 8.
Okay.
And then I roll 2d8 for the smite.
Correct.
That's a 5 and a 7. So that's a 12. Double that is 24 for the smite. And then I also get an extra 5 of lightning damage.
Oh my god.
So what's that? 13, 24 is 37.
Jesus. Saber, you killing him.
45, 50 points of damage. Is that right?
I'm just gonna put down my dice.
Did you just one-shot this thing? Because this was the first damage you dealt, right?
Dude.
Yes.
No way.
No. I hit him once last.
Oh, okay.
For like 5, I think.
I
Right?
need a minute.
Right.
Something like that. I give up. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. How do you do this? Yeah, you did.
Oh no.
You two-shotted him.
Wow. I was not expecting that.
He had 45 HP. I thought I was giving you a deadly encounter.
Well, you were, unless I rolled randomly to get.
Holy
shit.
So, Saber,
it was probably.
That's insane.
you did not
Yeah.
call that you were doing non-lethal damage, so I'm going to remind you of that as I
did
ask
not.
you, how do you do this?
I think I make it quick and easy. Like I try to make it look effortless to really intimidate the crew. So it's just a nice single stab through the chest, and you just see this radiant and electric power just slam down on his head, and it just slides off my sword onto the deck.
Pride.
As he kind of convulses with the electricity from that lightning damage, and you see that his eyes now like are just this pale milky white as it like sparks and fizzles, and the last electrical impulses going through his body being the last causation of movement from him as his muscles twitch out the last time that they will twitch. And there are 4 crew members behind him, and they look and they look at you, Saber. Aye, Captain. Please come see your quarters.
And I walk up and I go, and remember, gentlemen, and I put my hands on Stubbs and I say, he's not even the dangerous one. By the way, I'll be back to collect all of your bets on whoever. What was the over under
Holy
odds
shit.
against him? Yeah.
I still can't believe that just happened.
Seriously. That's cool.
Roll. I'm sorry. Roll a quick persuasion check, Quibbly.
15.
Okay, yeah, we can collect later. Everyone back to work. We need to get the sails into the wind, please. Sails into the wind, and you see them like all take a swig and yeah, body overboard now. Wait, is the lizard folk still on board? Get it to the lizard. Get it to the lizard. He'll eat the captain. Former captain, whatever the fuck he is now. Yep, and as you guys enter the captain's chambers, you hear like the faint, becoming more muffled sounds of one of the ship hands, maybe second in command, giving orders to everyone to go about doing their business. So, who is the new captain amongst ye? Traditionally, the one who kills the captain becomes the new captain, but he was fighting in place of another.
Yes, the mastermind. I think Jake, unless you actually want to do it, you can interrupt me at any time, and I will gladly allow you to have it. But I say yes. The mastermind of our organization here is the Dread Pirates, Scourge of the Three, and I just make up a bunch of additional things and for Agarak.
Yeah, no, I'm good with that.
Okay, so
And I lean into him and I say, "See, I told you I'd pay you back for leaving your gold behind on the beach."
well, thank you very much. And yes, I will be the new captain, Captain Agarak. Um, make sure my friends are comfortable. Make sure there's bedding for my cat in my new quarters. And
Wait, I'm gonna sleep in your quarters? I
not
wanted my own
you,
quarters.
not you, Trixie, Trixie the cat. And he puts his and you all of a sudden see Agarak like just pick up, and you almost like you just didn't notice the entire time he was holding a house cat, and he puts it on the map table. All right. I need all of ye to go explore the ship, make sure everything is safe, and the previous crew who wishes to remain aboard this ship is going to catch me up so I can catch you up in a little bit on what is actually going on with this ship. Is it fair enough, ye mateys?
Aye, aye, Captain.
Aye.
Thank ye. Return around supper time and we will discuss.
All right, that was a good start. That went pretty well.
Good.
All right. Um. So I guess is this sort of like a short downtime? What's our like ETA until, or unless anyone has a specific idea or something?
Are we able to find out like what island we're on and where we are and where they were planning on heading?
Yeah.
Are you going to talk to people?
My plan was to talk to as many people as possible and go around and be very chatty and, see if I can entertain people. And I mean, I've got my flute.
All right.
I was
So,
wondering if. Oh,
yes.
sorry. No, you go ahead. I can wait.
No, Mudicus. Am I? I'm sorry. New character.
I
Mukticus.
know.
I'm sorry about that.
I know.
Mukticus.
I'll make one a lot easier to pronounce in the next campaign. Anyway,
No worries. I'll get used to it. So So Muktakus.
That's what he says, but he's still calling me Quibbly, which I think is still funny, and I'm not going to correct you.
What is it? Is it Kibble?
Yeah, but like
Damn
I said,
it!
it's fine, dude. I don't even mind. It's like that was part of my one of my planned just one line jokes for the campaign was I was initially thinking of leaving my name as Ulki like it was before, but then I was like I should do Kibble, and then if people keep mispronouncing it, I'll be like, you know, you or some I don't know, it was gonna be some kind of joke like, yeah, that's what people used to call me because they couldn't pronounce my name.
Gosh.
It's fine,
Okay.
Tom. I'm not mad.
Sure, you're not. All right.
Justice
Sure
department.
you're not.
So,
Just spell it right on the banners for all my performances.
all right. So, Muktakus, what were you starting to say that you wanted to do?
I was wondering if I might do something similar as Kibble, but also to maybe gain some insight into maybe see if the crew has any idea who I am. Since I'm still a little foggy.
Well, Jason
Okay.
Bourne.
Yeah.
Okay.
I figure if I go around asking questions about myself, something might come up as to where we're going or where we came from.
Okay. Are you essentially telling me that I have free reign to make up your backstory on the spot?
Ooh.
To some extent. I would assume all of it wouldn't be right now, but maybe some bits. Right? I mean, that's some. I don't know. I think that's kind of cool. Mysterious.
Yes.
I am ready.
Yes.
Let us do this. Okay. Kibble, I've given you a lot of spotlight, so we're going to go over to Muktakus first for a little bit.
100% okay.
Okay, Muktakus, you are going around. Tell me, what are you doing? How are you initiating these conversations? There are plenty of pirates. There's no lack of people for you to talk to.
Are there races generally, or what are their like? Yeah, I guess that's the question. What are the general races, I guess, around me?
You're
Potential
primarily looking.
languages.
You're looking at a primarily human crew. There are a couple of there's a handful of dwarfs, a couple of halflings, about 5 goblins, and 3 lizard folk.
Okay. I believe would the goblins. This is kind of out of character. Would the goblins be the only ones I'd be able to communicate with?
You can speak common as well, and most everyone speaks common.
Okay.
So you're actually, I mean, if you want to ask questions that you don't want others to really know what you're asking, then I mean you could go to the goblins and you can speak goblin to them, and highly likely that no one else is going to be able to speak goblin.
That is a fair point. I can have a private conversation with the goblins.
Right out in the open.
Fair enough. I'm going to approach the goblins, particularly the one who's taking a rest, just briefly, catch his breath,
Ah!
to ask him some questions.
What? What do you want?
Happen to know? Do you happen to know where the ship is headed?
The ship? Stilben.
Stilben.
Yes. Over on Taldori.
Over in Taldor. Okay. How long may our voyage take? Any idea?
About 4 days.
Any idea whether we have rough seas ahead of us or not?
Always potential, but yet to be seen. Looks clear so far.
Excellent. How was the previous captain?
Current status dead.
How did he treat the crew?
Oh, he was a dick.
Fair enough. Do you recognize my face at all?
Yes, you're the cursed one.
Any idea why I may be called that?
Yes, you were recovered from the wreckage of Strider off the coast of Rumblecusp. You're the only member of that crew to survive.
How was the crew lost?
We do not know. We couldn't tell from their wounds. And you somehow survive, but have the fancy, creepy ass sword that you wear on your back.
Indeed. I still don't quite know the power it possesses, or where it came from, or why I have it in particular. Have you any idea why I was tied up under deck?
Because you're cursed.
The captain believed that as well.
I mean, the captain doesn't believe shit now. The captain's dead. But yes, that was
You're
his orders
excellent.
before.
And why have the crew not turned on me now?
Waiting on new captain's orders.
I think in another life we would have made great friends, Goblin. I appreciate your time.
We can be friends in
You
this
may.
life.
We've got 4 days. We'll see how long this voyage goes.
He hugs your shin and only comes up to about your knee. Well,
I
no, I'm
pat the
sorry.
top of his head.
Thanks, cursed one.
Uh, you're welcome. You may return to your work now.
Thanks. And as you walk away, you hear the goblins saying in Goblin, "That's the first time anyone's actually spoken to us."
I snicker to myself as I walk away, looking for more conversation.
All right.
Oh,
You come up to next person you come up to is a human, very traditional looking pirate type, reeks of rum. I
hi, friend. Do you know where the captain gathered most of this crew?
I most of the crew get some. Most of us get assigned. Well, most of us get first. We get like kidnapped, and or we're just born into the revelry, and then we kind of just get assigned to a boat, and we just kind of get assigned.
Friend, your breath is wretched.
You know, but at least it
Are you?
smells like rum. Doesn't smell like the rotten teeth. And he smiles as you see his teeth are like the most disgusting shades of brown and black you've ever seen.
uh, I cringe at his scurvy-looking teeth and thank him for his time and allow him to return to his work. I decide that, seeing as I have gathered the idea of where the information of where the ship is headed in the estimated duration of our voyage, it might be wise to pass that on to Agarak,
Okay. All right.
his acting captain.
That is your new captain. Okay, so as you start heading back to the captain's quarters, I'm gonna jump over to Kibley. What are you doing?
I'm just generally schmoozing with people and chatting with them and chasing down some people that I think I can uh, remind them of the odds against their bets on, and just generally being a cheery, happy bard because this could potentially be a boat full of fans.
All right.
I
Um.
mean, I'd be willing to put on some shows or something, and by shows I mean I'd play for until I got bored of it. But
Okay.
probably not acutely at the moment. Right now, I'm just kind of exploring, generally walking around like I own the place because I'm
Okay.
the captain first. Because I'm the captain's first mate.
Uh. But when will we get paid for our investment in the battle?
Paid for your. I'm sorry. I don't think I'm understanding your question.
We bet upon the captain's life, and we were starting to wonder when we would be paid out for our investment.
Which you'll have to ensure that you'll have to take that up with the bookkeeper possibly because I need to know which bet you made. If you bet against the captain, the odds were against your favor, and you might actually be owing me money.
But we already paid in.
Yes, and were you which captain were you betting against?
We bet for, well, I mean,
You bet
we
against the captain, correct?
yeah, we bet that he would
Well, the
die, and now he's
well the
dead.
captain well the captain is alive. So unfortunately, your bet is you lost that particular bet. You see, when you bet on black and red comes up, that's the sort of things that tend to happen when you gamble with people.
But the one that I gambled would die is the one that's
Yes,
currently being eaten by the lizard folk.
you gambled on the captain, who is very much still. Would you like to take this up with the captain? Perhaps I'm not quite
Roll a
understanding.
deception check.
24.
Um, no, I don't want to take it up. Oh my gosh, I'm so confused. I want to vomit. I'm just gonna.
Well, make sure you do that over the side of the boat. And if there's somebody with him, I'm like, can you watch over him? Apparently, he doesn't have his sea legs yet. He's getting a little seasick. Make sure you take care of our gentleman here.
Okay,
All right.
sorry we
Yes. Keep an
interrupted
eye on
you.
him. That's quite all right this time.
All right, and a couple other people. I'm not gonna have you roll multiple, but a couple other people try, and you just bullshit your way through, and they're just like, so like you have. I'm not even gonna say remotely narrowly. You just completely go through it, and you're just like,
Listen,
everyone is turned away.
listen. They knew the odds when they made this bet. And I feel like I have to explain this multiple times to them that when you bet against the captain, you see that the odds are favored. When you have high odds, like a long shot, it pays out high. That's how this thing works, you know? Listen, you know what would make these guys happy? Music time during drinking.
Maybe a little
I'll
rum.
put on I'll put on a nice show for them later. I'm sure they know a couple good I'm sure I probably know a couple very generic the kind of songs that like what's the name of it? Just a small town girl. The kind when like if it starts playing at a bar, fucking everybody just starts singing. The equivalent of that kind of things for this universe. Like that's my plan is to try and keep these guys in
Oh
good
my
morale and good spirits
Sea shanties.
with this kind of bullshit.
Roll a performance check.
Well, I mean, okay, I'll do it now, but I was gonna say that's like my plan for doing it. It's a 20, by the way, not a natural 20, 15 plus 5.
Okay, I am going to say that you successfully entertain them That's going to be enough to carry them throughout. So anytime that you say that you're entertaining them,
These are my fans, Tom.
yes. Roll 2d100s, please.
2d100s. It looks like 34. Not great.
Okay. Add 34 gold pieces to your inventory. This is what you're going to be collecting over the course of the 4-day boat ride that you guys have.
Okay.
Stubbs, what are you doing
Yes.
during all of this?
I was walking around talking to the other dwarves because they're my folk.
you
What?
you instantly, as soon as you walk up to the dwarves, that like you just have like this tankard of ale that just gets like pounded into your chest.
Thank you. You
Hey,
knew I was thirsty.
you're welcome. We see you found the fish reserves.
Yes, would you like some?
Yes, try not to eat too many. We're going to Stillburn to sell them. They there's the they pay a pretty penny when we hit their froze fish.
All right, it's a good thing I only ate the one.
Totally. Aye. But Al, we keep the steady flow to make sure that the effects of the tide don't settle in too hard.
What? When you walk when you're drunk, it's how you stay aboard. What? No. It's how you stay steady.
hey, 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 like smacks your breastplate. Hey, are you a are you a dwarf of Bahamut?
No, I would ask him what he knows about Bahamut.
Uh, I mean, it's a platinum dragon. Just a deity of justice and all that stuff. We normally swear to the Allhammer, as dwarves do, but the
And
Bahamut Bahamut called to you?
he did. Before this, I was all for Mord and Allhammer as well. I was spoken to by, I believe, someone uh, aligned with Bahamut.
Uh, would you like a true weapon of the dwarves?
And I would show them my Morning Star from the Bugbear and ask him what's wrong with this one.
Huh, that's the weapon. That is the weapon of a bugbear. Do you wish to be more like our kind?
I get
Hey,
back to my roots.
do you prefer blade or hammer?
Ooh.
Joey, stop Joey.
I would have laid.
Uh, and they like take you below deck, and there's like a finer dwarven made. It's still a regular great axe, but it's like, yeah. What do you think?
Beautiful. Reminds me of
For,
back home.
forged in the mines of Craghammer. Enjoy.
Many thanks.
You're welcome. Do you want us to dispose of that bugbear weapon for you? That filth?
Um, trying to think if I could keep it and use it for something, but
I mean, it definitely.
oh shit.
I was gonna say, definitely mechanically, it has a higher damage output than than a
Yeah,
great than a great axe.
I know. That's why I'm like, I think I'm gonna keep it.
Keep it.
I'll hold on to it for a bit longer.
What are you? Are you a dwarf or something else?
I'm. Hmm.
Peer
I guess I'm
pressure.
trying to find that out.
Oh, well, until you find it out, and they grab and they pull that great axe away from you. You
Oh,
don't. You don't deserve the finest from Craghammer. Enjoy that.
fair enough.
Enjoy that rusty chip blade on your back. A stupid bugbear weapon. Ugh, disgusting.
I killed a were tiger with this thing.
A were tiger? Were tiger? Were tiger?
I
Speaking of were tiger, where's Steve? Did he ever come back to the boat?
I'm like, who's Steve? But yeah,
Where did he? Where is Steve? He owed me 5 gold pieces. That that uh, where and the dwarves just like they all like shoulder check you, but they all charge away looking for Steve. Anything else you wish to do?
um, I've. I don't think so.
Okay. Alrighty. Saber, was there anything that you wanted to do in this downtime?
Um, I would have just kind of inspected the ship, just get a general idea of how is it doing and its capabilities, and I'm trying to find out like look at the map and see like what island did we just leave, like what kind of ship is this? Is it like a true pirate ship or is it just like a supply ship for Darktown or wherever island we're on?
Roll an investigation check to see if you can find the maps. Keep in mind you're looking for probably another map because there is a closed door meeting happening in the captain's quarters.
Yeah. All right. So I'm 15 plus 0 is 15.
Okay. Yes, you find another map, and you see marked Dark Toe, an island that you guys are leaving.
Okay. Does that mean anything to me? Would I have known about that working in the shipyards?
Roll a history check.
19 plus 2 is 21.
Okay. Yes. So you know that this is one of the islands that's frequently marked or ripped off of maps to make sure to discourage anyone from even remotely going here. Because you know that it is an island run by pirates. That it's a well rumored, a well traveled thing, or well known thing.
All
And
right.
and it yeah, it's well known, more well fabled, because it's one of those places where it's like, few live to tell the tale because of the known pirate and piracy
Mhm.
links.
Hmm. Okay. Um, okay. I would just, when we get back together, I would pass that information along to the rest of our group.
Okay. So you guys all collectively get back together. And you guys all collectively share the details that you guys have all learned while doing whatever it is that you guys were doing at the time. Those details being what you discovered about Dark Toe. Kibley, the fact that you have fans now and are
I've
carrying
always had I've always had fans. Thank you very much.
fair enough, and the amount of coin that you're carrying. Muctitious, the details that you discovered, that you guys are heading towards Stilben in Teldori.
Right. Mhm. 4 days.
Yes, 4 days away. As you guys all sit down to a meal, and you guys are able to share these details behind closed doors with Agarek as he pets his cat. I I've good and bad news for ye. The good news, you're all safe here now. Well, at least safe from the crew, but you're now the new security detail on the ship. I had to give you a job, so I gave you a job.
Sounds good.
So, congratulations.
Mm.
The bad news, we are headed towards Stilben in Teldori, not home.
Could be worse. We've been in worse situations.
Well,
Truth.
eventually make your way home. We don't know. I mean, we all got captured from home. We don't know how dangerous it is to go back there yet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we want to catch and kill Scott, uh, we probably should make our way back. But for right now, We must go to Stilpen and at least drop off the fish, which apparently is a big thing from the island. And if we don't, the revelry will hunt us down and kill us all. So this is our best chance to be rid of the revelry. So we can either go home right now and face certain death, or we can go to Stilpen and it'll be at least your guys' chance to escape.
So we are now delivering fish on behalf of the revelry? Are you saying I'm a delivery boy now?
At the moment, yes.
Could be worse, I suppose. Um, vengeance against Scott is an answer, or is an option.
You could bide your time, build your strength. You
Right.
could make half a fool of yourself for 4 days and make a good sum of gold on the voyage.
Half a fool.
You've done a great job so far.
I'm keeping my crew
Excellently
entertained
fooled the
here.
crew.
You're welcome,
Exactly.
by the way. Didn't you
You've done a
say your life was
fantastic job.
Didn't you say your life was in you owed us your life?
I
What was
do.
your name again? Moot?
I said you've done a fantastic job. You have fooled half the crew, have you not? Actually, both halves of the crew, rather. About
Listen,
all
my
their
fans
meaning?
listen, my fans recognize it. Okay? It's,
I
they
concur.
know it when they see it, and they see it when they know it. So, are we planning on actually going after my bad, Tom. Going after Mr. Scott? I mean, I'm not terribly happy about this whole situation. I suppose Mudicus, you, to the best of our knowledge, weren't wronged by Scott. You do have the option of
I am,
not being
however, in your
a
debt.
part of it.
So whichever you choose, I follow.
Well, gentlemen,
Yes.
what do we think our game plan is?
I say we deliver the fish because I don't think we can take on all the revelry.
Right. That is a fair point. I suppose we can deliver their fish, and at the very least, we have some safety in being a fish delivery service.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because we might be able to find the information on Scott and what's going on
Yeah.
from the revelry if we're in
From-
good with.
From the port at Stilden.
Whether it may be safe to return to your home.
Mhm.
Stilden, that's the continent that has Amman on it, right?
Yes.
Is that? I believe.
Oh no.
Oh, nothing. Just thinking about somebody I ran into from Amman a long time ago. I don't think he's important at the moment, though. He was like a librarian or something. I don't remember.
Okay.
All right, I guess we have the finest delivery service in all of Darktown.
You make it sound
We're
so
up.
grand. I'm in.
Yeah.
The rest of this campaign is just gonna be delivery quests.
No. Just need to gather our strength. I barely know who I am.
Maybe we could. Did you try talking to them? Oh man. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about a full campaign of pirate delivery boys.
Okay.
We'll just sail the high seas. Deliver fish everywhere. Woohoo!
We've got 3 magic pizzas. They've got to be delivered in 30 minutes.
30 minutes or it's free.
Well, do we remember how long the voyage was from home to what was it, Black Toe?
I believe we started in Port Damali. If you, Mike, you've got access to the, yeah, of course, you're in the Discord. Under maps, the very first one, if you open that in the browser, you can sort of see like that little set of islands that like way the hell out in the dead center between the two continents, like kind of at the 6 o'clock on the page. That's where Dark Tower was, and
From June?
Damali's kind of like around 2 o'clock if you head up towards like Menagerie Coast. So that seemed like a longer trip than going from Darktown to Stillben.
Yeah.
So it would take us a long time to get back to Scott, correct?
Yeah, that's a good point actually, because we've got, I believe they said it was 4 days period just to get to Stillben, and then whatever the heck we're gonna do there. It's not like we're just gonna, it's a pirate ship that's gonna be out on the water, so they probably chill there for at least a day or two, and then assuming
My
they went
only
straight back.
concern is, as I'm in your debt, I don't know how much use I can be without a little bit more gathering my feet and experience as far as maybe combat, if that's what we're heading right into.
Would any of us have found out um what would be useful to him for that? Like, there's got to be somewhere on the ship. Like, I don't know. There's probably it's a ship full of pirates. Somebody's got to know how to fight, or could at least like
Yes.
get him
I
Yeah.
have
up
I
and
have
going.
this weapon which I was when we were talking about it, I was thinking about asking people if they had recognized the weapon, maybe a lot, like while we're on the voyage. But
Oh
obviously
right.
that depends on where we go. Because I didn't ask that question before. I didn't think about
Mm-hmm.
it.
Well, if you're worried about a different weapon, I do have this rapier or the short sword, or maybe some of
Well,
our.
no,
Yeah.
sorry, was it a sorry, what did you give me earlier?
The hex
The
blade.
long sword is in place of it. Yeah, the hexblade
Yeah.
weapon. Isn't that supposed to be the bizarre weapon that I was holding that quote unquote makes me the mysterious one or
Cursed one.
yeah, the cursed one, yeah. Is that or is that
Yes.
not the same weapon rather?
That is the weapon.
Yeah. So I thought I don't know if I forgot to ask about like they said yeah, they recognize it cuz I had it, but what about outside of that?
I think we would have time to do it. I mean, Tom, is there any chance could any of us roll and see if anybody has any recollection or
Hmm. That's a
knowledge
good
or
point. Yeah, that's a good point.
Roll. If anyone is trained in Arcana, you may roll an Arcana check to see if you recognize what this weapon is.
I do have a proficiency in it, so I can give it a
I got
shot.
a plus. Yeah.
As phase, as far as like quote unquote training in Arcana, do you mean like if I even have a
If you have a proficient, if you're proficient in that skill.
Yeah.
so do I
Yeah.
have a booster or not?
I'm proficient too. And I got a +2 on top of
Hmm.
that.
I
I'm sorry. How do I know if how do you sorry.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
going to your character sheet to take
If
a peek. So when you look at your skills under, so as you're going down, you see Arcana, you have a +1, but on the left hand side of it, next to the shortened version of the stat that it's based
okay,
off of,
got it.
there is the yeah. If the
Okay,
dot's not filled in, you're not proficient with it.
understood. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That makes sense.
I
Sorry that was long winded.
No, it wasn't. No. It perfectly explained. And when I was scrolled over it, it said not proficient. I was like, oh, I'm an idiot. I could have just tried.
it's all good. Like you said, it's a
But yeah, no,
new
you're good
thing,
to go.
man. It's
All
all
right.
good.
Okay. So
Uh
not me.
I did make a roll. I don't know if you saw that in D&D Beyond, 19 plus 2 for 21.
21. 21. You look at this. You can definitely tell that it is a cursed blade. A gift from a patron that you're not completely sure of who it is. But you know the general idea of what it is.
And I would relay that to you. I would probably relay that information to you. Say like, well, it's definitely a cursed blade, and it seems to have come from some type of patron. I don't suppose you recall making any dark deals or anything recently, did you?
Honestly, it's all still very foggy.
Well, it's not like you're gonna lose it anytime soon, if I remember correctly.
So this thing is attached to me?
I think would I remember that? Isn't that one of the bits about a Hexblade Warlock, Tom, where it's
Yes.
like you can't lose the blade? Would that role be good enough for me to like remember that
Oh,
part?
Duchess.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'd be like, well, that you definitely won't be losing that blade anytime soon. Those gifts like that tend to be uh drawn back to their masters one way or another. Or maybe master might not be the right choice of words, but you'll it'll stay with you.
Will it harm me?
I don't know if I would know that per se, or I don't know if I'd have an answer to that because, like I said, and Tom, it's kind of sounds like I don't know who all I know is it's like this is
Correct.
from some sort of
Yeah.
thing. So
You
I
know that it's a
yeah.
gift. You know that it's a gift from a patron. So in that it being a gift for right now, you would know that at least at the moment, no, it's not a danger to you.
All right. So that's I'd relay that I'd relay all that information to you. Les.
Excellent.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean.
Then maybe someone with some skills, whichever route you gentlemen decide to take, maybe throughout that time, while we are on our voyage, you might be willing to train me a little bit so that I might be prepared for combat.
I don't know if that would really work well for me. I wonder if I don't know.
I mean, I'm always interested in sparring.
If you're talking about sword play, you definitely need to look somewhere else. But if you're talking about spells, I might be able to help you. But I promise you, there are better fencers and fighters on this vessel right now.
Enough. Again, your wish is my command. My life is in your debt.
All right. So, okay. Sounds like we're gonna be heading on over towards still Ben
Still, Ben.
still Ben.
All right. You guys complete your dinner and this discussion. Is there anything you guys want to do tonight? Or are you guys going to settle in for a long rest?
Like prior to the long rest, I mean, or
Yeah, is there anything else you guys want to do before taking a long rest?
I would just if the crew is celebrating the return of their rightful captain, I would love to join in and
Yeah, it was
play my
partake.
music, partake, and generally try and improve crew morale, schmooze with people, meet my fans, my adoring fans, sign some autographs, maybe. Maybe not yet.
Big paw prints on all the.
At least until I got tired and, all right, boys, show's over. I don't work all night.
All right.
I'm with Ghibli. I'm still trying to recover from this long rest I had prior. I could use some sustenance.
So you're going in search of food then?
Hmm.
All right.
Well, let's see. Agarek is our captain here. Saber, let's see. Saber and Junk, you guys are definitely the muscle. I would definitely. I'm trying to think of the stuff that I would just bullshit and tell all the crew to let them know that we are particular VIPs, and I would definitely include Mook in all the in the list of the whatever ridiculous title. I don't know. What do you want to be? No,
Just remind them
Inquisitor.
I'm cursed. And
Well,
you
we could
guys have
listen.
befriended me, so
Listen, let me
they
tell you.
might as well keep their
Listen,
distance.
Mook, let me tell you a little something about PR, okay? We want to downplay that curse part if that's at all possible. I think what we really
Right,
want to do is
but you
not
can
emphasize
also
the curse,
show
and
them
we're going
how
to
I haven't harmed anyone since
let
I've been freed.
exactly, and that is the part that we are going to play up on that, and we are going to emphasize that. And as our ships, let's see, I need someone to help me come up with some kind of official sounding title, official map. Are you good with maps? I don't know. We'll come up with a good official sounding title for you, and you'll be one of the. Or you could just be another. Or you could just be another enforcer. That way they'll have respect for you out of fear if that's how you want to do it. But
He's cursed with uh
he's cursed with
I
having
don't
the
know.
best friend on the ship and the number one orator
Exactly.
and first, the number one orator and first mate and announcer of all activities of Captain Agarek.
Precisely. I like where this is going.
Let me help you work with your PR amongst our fans here, okay?
I'm more than on board, especially considering the initial fright I give a lot of them. I've noticed I'm not the most common. They all give me odd looks
Oh,
when
it's
they see
fine.
my teal skin.
Well, guess what? I don't remember how many elves you specifically said, but the captain is an elf too. So just remind them of that little detail if you need to. I'm sure they just haven't dealt with many elves before.
True enough.
Speaking of you going with teal skin, after the session, under races, I would suggest that you look at sea elves to see if the sea elves would give you a kind of bonus that you're interested in compared to plain elves.
Excellent.
Just
Yeah.
you don't have to change. You can still be a teal skinned plain elf. But just in case it gives you something extra that you might be interested in, I would
Yeah.
suggest just taking a peeksy poo at that.
Yeah. I definitely will do that. But I gotta make a note of that.
So
Sea elves.
you all drink, you celebrate, and you pass out.
Oh no, not
Muktakus.
again.
Oh no.
Muktakus.
Yeah.
As
Not
darkness
again.
comes to you and you fall asleep into your trance, whatever it is that you actually do, but you pass out and all of a sudden it goes black.
Here it comes.
And
I love it.
this is why I love warlocks. Your body hits the water like just with a loud thud, the water pitch black. You struggling to find your way up to the surface, but you can't. And then a single eye opens, yellow, right next to you, so large that it shines light that goes out, but it goes to nowhere before fading off. And a voice calls to you. You are mine.
Who are you?
The one who spared your life.
I don't understand.
You accepted my offer, and in exchange, I allowed you to keep your life.
Why did you choose me?
Because you were willing to compromise.
And what was the compromise that I made? What is my task?
Your task will come when I need you. The gift I gave you. And you see the blade now between you and this eye. And you see the eye at the crossguard at the hilt that matches the eye that stares at you. I am always watching. I gifted you new life, new abilities. You will know my name in time.
I awake in a panic, sweating and shivering at the same time. The ship is pitch black.
Yes.
Everyone's asleep. A little bit of moonlight creaking through the little holes in between the cracked ship floor above. One little ember in the corner of a candle that hasn't quite gone out yet. And I hear Jonk roll over and grumble in his sleep. And I just roll over and try and fall back to sleep myself. Think nothing of the dream as best I can. If it was a dream.
You go back to sleep, and the thought very quickly leaves it. One more time before you wake up. The voice calls to you one more time. Our pact will be of the blade. Through the blade, you will channel my energy.
I don't know what to say. Was that basically like another dream state?
Not
Or
the
like
full
I
dream
heard it
state.
like
You
as I
nodded
was
off and
falling.
you heard the voice.
Okay. In my head, I resolved to ask the to ask Kibley about it in the morning.
Okay. All right. So you guys can all mark down a long rest.
How does one do so? Sorry.
If you're on your screen up, if you scroll to the top, like in that black bar, like on the left, it'll have your character's icon. Over on the right, there's a bunch of boxes that have like a red outline. Unless you change the outline, they'll be like share, short rest, long rest, and campaign.
Yeah. Okay.
Click. Yep.
And then when I hit long rest,
Then it'll explain the little thing as the explanation in it, and then down there it'll say take long rests, and then you got a couple seconds to confirm it, and you just click it during while it's green. So you have to click it while it's in the green, and then that'll do the long rest.
and we are doing so now, correct?
Yes.
All right. Confirm. Ooh,
All right.
that was awesome. That was awesome.
We are all yeah, you know what? We're at there. So we're gonna go over to this. Stubbs,
Yes.
do you know what subclass you're going with when you hit level 3?
I think I will go Zealot.
Okay. So, as you dream, as you are in your drunken stupor celebrating the new ship that you guys have taken over, and you enjoy your time, and then you go into your slumber, and a very, very calm rest comes upon you. During this rest, a brilliant bright light comes to you during this rest. And you see in the distance, in shadow, the outline of a dragon standing on hind legs, wings outstretched. And you hear the voice call out to you. Are you prepared?
Prepared for what?
Do you know who you stand in the presence of?
Am I speaking with Bahamut?
You do know who you stand before. The questions must be asked of you as you prepare to become one with the collective that fights in my name. Are you prepared to pledge yourself appropriately?
We'll fight for justice.
Do you pledge to stand as a paragon of honor and justice?
Aye.
Do you plan Do you pledge to smite evil wherever it is found, yet show compassion to those who have strayed from righteousness?
Aye.
And do you pledge to defend the weak, bring freedom to the persecuted, and protect the ideals of justice and order? Then you will be one of mine. You are now one of many.
Oh, yeah.
Saber, you are muted, Saber.
Yep, brush my teeth, sorry.
Oh, it's all good. So, Saber, you get done brushing your teeth before going to bed, as everyone else is in drunken stupors.
Part of being a paladin is good hygiene.
Excellent.
And an old man in a gray beard with 5 golden canaries flying around his head, a very plain gray robe shows up. And you notice that he has your rapier in his hand. Hello, Saber.
Hello, old man. How can I help you?
Oh, I just have a few questions for you that I wish to see if you would be interested in answering.
Well, ask away.
My first question, are you one who plans to stand as a paragon of honor and justice?
I do.
And as he asks you this, you notice that he puts the blade of the rapier on your left shoulder, switching it over to the right. Do you plan, or can you promise to smite evil wherever it is found, yet show compassion to those who have strayed from righteousness?
With my life.
And all of a sudden you notice that him holding it by the blade and the pommel being put in front of you towards within probably a foot of your face. And do you promise to defend the weak, bring freedom to the persecuted, and protect the ideals of justice and order?
I do. To my last breath, I will.
Hopefully, it doesn't come to that, but
I don't plan on it.
he does welcome you to his ranks. Enjoy the blessings of the Platinum Dragon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
And with that, as you kind of look away and then look back, as you're trying to like figure out what is happening with this old man, he's gone with your rapier in your hand again. All of you go up to level 3, select your subclasses. Stubbs, when you select your subclass, when you select Zealot, there will be a secondary drop down menu for you. Um,
Mhm.
You'll have to choose the kind of damage that you get uh, from your divine soul or divine fury. I'm sorry, characteristic.
Okay.
Um,
Alright. I'm gonna need help when you have a second.
yes, I have a second.
So I could have sworn I took the long rest, but I'm not entirely sure. Is there a way to know if you had done so?
You didn't use any resources, so you're good either way.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So as far as like going up a level, how do you go
Okay.
about
Okay. So
doing
upper left-hand corner next to your name, there is manage. Click manage,
it? Mm-hmm.
and then right-hand corner there there is manage character and level under my character.
Mm-hmm.
Click that, and that will bring you to the uh, class section of your character builder.
Okay.
And
I'm there.
yep, and under level, just click the drop down and go to level 3.
Okay.
Now you get a pact boon. If you go pact of the blade, you get a whole bunch of stuff that will give you a huge bonus with your pact weapon.
Weapon. Okay. I'm doing that for sure. And then is that kind of where and then I what just refresh and go back to the other
Yes.
page? Is that correct?
Yep. Um, and I'll show you also, what was it? So, where is it?
There we go.
Eldritch Invocations. You now have, I think you have yeah, you have some stuff now. Like, you can select, you have an extra Eldritch Invocation that you can select. It's one of the drop down menus in your level thing. There's one that I believe is called Improved Pact Weapon, which also gives you some sweet bonuses.
Oh wait.
Let's see. Oh, yep.
Oh wait, I thought I did. Did I already do these, or were they?
Um, I I populated those two for you just to get you rolling and give you some bonuses for the
Oh,
sake
okay.
of this.
So I can pick different ones, correct?
Yes. Yepers.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. Um, I wish I knew what most of them were.
What you can do is you can click each of them uh, in between the sessions. You can click each one, and it will give you underneath. It will give you a description of what bonus you get from
Yeah.
that.
Oh, okay. This one actually, this first one doesn't seem bad at all. Actually, that seems worth keeping. I kind of want to keep those.
Okay.
I mean, I, d- I mean, I know I didn't really look at the other ones, but I know I'm.
No, I mean those are good ones, especially the
The agonizing blast.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I mean. It like feeds into what my character's already leaning into. So like,
Mhm.
and I feel like the other one is